prologue. I'm first. So, will you guys give me a chance? Prologue. A lot of my friends and family say that the things that happened to Steve Clark could only happen to Steve Clark. Footnote, important for this story, Steve Clark is me. But I feel like as my life has gone on, the things that could only happen to Steve Clark have gotten more and more, they could only happen to Steve Clark-ish. One, the first person I have to thank is the egg who chose me when I was just a skinny, scared little sperm. And this might not seem that remarkable because other fetuses have been formed and they've been brought into human existence. But you know how sex cells are. They're always looking for that 1 in a billion sperm. And I just like to thank the one that chose me. 2, when I was in 7th grade at my first boy-girl party, I wasn't much more confident than I was when I was just a skinny, scared little sperm. But I had on a t-shirt with the new Eagles logo, a newer, fiercer bird. And in some ways, I felt that I, too, was becoming a fiercer bird. And my friends asked me if I'd like to have my first kiss, and I said yes. And the whole group gathered around us, and she kind of gently bobbed her head in towards me, and I didn't know what to do with mine. The point is, the kiss was so bad that the next week at school, she said that it couldn't count as my first. So to my first kiss that wasn't my first kiss, thanks a lot. 3, as a freshman in high school, on my first date, I wasn't much more confident than I was as a 7th grader at my first boy-girl party wearing an Eagles t-shirt. I also wasn't much more confident than I was as a skinny, scared little sperm. And I was wearing a XXL Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt and baggy jean shorts and really big Reeboks. And I looked like a scarecrow that was dressed by Eminem. And I ate a lot of funnel cake and played a lot of carnival games, so I had quarters in my pockets. And what ended up happening is we went on a ride called the Zipper. And the ride got to the top. And I went in to kiss her. And the ride started. And I threw up like a little bit in her mouth. And then I tried to suck it back in. And then quarters started bouncing around everywhere. So for that experience that could only happen to me, thanks a lot. 4, when I was in grad school, there was this young lady who I had a particular crush on. And she had hair like those women in a Pantene Pro V commercial, and eyes like the after shot in a Visine commercial, and teeth like a Colgate commercial. Footnote, I realize I get a lot of my ideas for beauty from commercials. And one day I was in class studying before class for a test, and she walked in, and someone noted that there was a smell in the room. And I agreed. And because I wanted her to be sitting, so when she glanced over at me during the test, she could see my good side, I got up and I went to the bathroom, and there were a few minutes before the test, And I realized that when I went to the bathroom that the smell followed me in, and that there was just all the dog poop in the world on one of my shoes. And so, a few minutes before the test, as I was frantically wiping dog poop off and it was flying like stinky shrapnel at incoming bathroom goers, and I realized that I couldn't get it all off. You can never get it all off. My only option was to leave the shoe outside of the classroom. So I walked back into the class, and everyone looked up at me, and she looked up at me with her Pantene Pro V hair and crest smile, and I had one shoe on and one dirty tube sock with holes in it. So for that experience that could only happen to me, I thank her. Epilogue. Who knows? Maybe next year at this time, I'll be a totally different Steve Clark and have a totally different story to thank. Thank you.